Good afternoon. Here we are back at Nora's dog training with Smokey and Rich, and they're going to be demonstrating for you his version of his obedience commands, and you're going to see a little bit of difference in the two breeds and the way that they focus and pay attention. But Rich is using exactly the same training equipment. He's using a regular 6-foot web training leash, which he keeps the bulk of that leash folded in his right hand. The left hand is then used to give any correction that's needed, and the only correction is that little tug and release on the training collar that we talked about earlier. Smokey is also sitting very nicely at Rich's left, again, where all of our obedience training is done. And the first exercise that Smokey's going to demonstrate for you is his version of heeling. Again, heeling is proper leash walking without dragging you down the street, and the command is Smokey heel. Now at this point, Smokey has a job to do, and that is to maintain pace with Rich, not forging ahead or lagging behind, but staying right next to Rich's left leg when they walk. And especially when you have a pit bull, you want to have them well under control, because people are dying to complain about a pit bull's behavior. So we take our pit bull training very seriously, because we train a lot of pit bulls here at school, and we want their behavior to be really good so that no one can ever complain that your pit bull's out of control on the street. Now the next command that Rich is going to demonstrate is Smokey sit stay. It's a hand under voice command, and it is a one-word command. Again, you're going to start out at about 45 seconds to 1 minute and work up to 3 minutes. You're going to practice indoors as well as outdoors. And then again, when Rich returns back to him, he's going to walk all the way around him. Smokey should remain seated until Rich gets to his shoulders and stops his feet. And then they take off heeling again. Smokey has a lot of pep in his step when he heels. He's got a lot of attitude. When you stop, he should sit. Stay. Rich leaves him in a sit stay. You back up to the end of your leash and you turn to face the dog. And this time Rich will call him. He looks like he's going to stretch. You should come right in front and sit, and then he goes back to heel and back sitting. So in the beginning, when they first get home, I would treat them very much like individuals, because they are very much individuals with two very distinct personalities, and you need to work with them as individual owners, getting them performing these commands for you and perfecting them for you before you try to do everything with them together. Rich calls him in again. Praises him for coming. That's always a good thing. Back to heel, back sitting. He acts like we're boring him today. He's not quite as compliant as Bennett. I mean, that's pit bull personality. He's going to make you prove yourself. So you're going to have to be determined when you start working with him. Now Rich is going to demonstrate his down from a heel position. Stay. Your long down stay when you're practicing at home, you're going to work all the way up to 5 minutes indoors. When Rich returns back to him on the down, he walks all the way around him again, just like he did on the sit stay, returning all the way back to heel. He stops at heel position and he heels him out of that. And we put these commands together in a drill form for you so that you can practice along with your video. But we're going to be teaching you how to use these commands in your everyday living situations, because that's what they're really for.
Down. Stay.
That was a better down. Three to 5 minute long down stay when you're practicing at home. It would just get too boring to show you that on video. Rich will call him out of that down. Every time he comes, he looks like he's going to stretch, but then he doesn't. Back to heel, back sitting. And then the last command that we're going to demonstrate for you will be your down from a distance. This is not Smokey's best command, probably, because he is a little hard-headed pitty. Now he has to sit. If he doesn't sit, Rich is going to tell him no and give that little correction with the training collar.
Down.
Now you can clearly see he knows it. He wouldn't even make eye contact. He's so insulted that we make him do this. But that is your down from a distance, and you're going to have to make him do it for you as well. Now we have demonstrated for you all of Smokey's formal on-leash obedience commands. Like I said in the beginning of the video, he does them with a completely different attitude than Bennett, but he does do them. You're going to be practicing these with him at home, and we're going to explain everything to you when you come tomorrow. We've enjoyed having your family. It's been a pleasure for us, and we want to thank you again for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company.